Good evening, everyone. I'd like to call everybody's attention to the Business Council meeting of March 10th, 2021. Notice of this meeting has been duly advertised in compliance with the provision of the Open Public Meeting Law. Please be advised that this meeting is being audio recorded for possible later playback. Everyone, kindly rise to the flag salute, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, for all. Madam Clerk, roll call, please.
Councilman Domenico.
Here.
Here. Councilman Jackson.
Here.
Councilwoman Simmons.
Here.
Councilman Chipoli.
Present.
President Randolph Sharp. Here. Mayor.
Here. Approval of minutes for council meeting and executive session for February 10th, 2021. Entertain a motion, please.
So moved.
And a second.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Councilman Domenico.
Yes.
Councilwoman Hess.
Yes.
Councilman Jackson.
Yes.
Councilwoman Simmons.
Yes.
Councilman Chipoli.
Yes.
President Randolph Sharp. Yes.
Council meeting and for February 24th, 2021. Entertain a motion, please.
So moved.
And a second, please.
Second.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Councilman Domenico.
Yes.
Councilwoman Hess.
Yes.
Councilman Jackson.
Yes.
Councilwoman Simmons.
Yes.
Chipoli.
Yes.
President Randolph Sharp. Yes.
All right, entertain a motion for payment of bills.
Make a motion, bills that are properly audited and signed, be approved for payment.
Second, please.
Second.
So,
Any questions on the bills?
nope.
Roll call, please.
Councilman Domenico.
Yes.
Councilwoman Hess. Councilwoman Hess.
She said yes.
Councilman Jackson.
Yes.
Councilwoman Simmons.
Yes.
Ms. Chipoli.
Yes.
President Randolph Sharp. Yes.
The following reports have been filed and are available in their respective offices for review and will be included in the minutes. The tax collector's report, the sewer report, and the treasurer's report. First reading, ordinance 2021-3, stormwater by title only. Entertain a motion, please.
Make a motion that ordinance 2021-3 be adopted as read on first reading, published according to law, posted in the Borough Hall, second reading being held in our regular schedule. Our next regular schedule.
And a second, please.
Second.
Questions? Roll call, please.
Councilman Domenico.
Yes.
Councilwoman Hess.
Yes.
Councilman Jackson.
Yes.
Councilwoman Simmons.
Yes.
Councilman Scapoli?
Yes.
President Randolph Sharp.
Yes.
All right, next up, first reading ordinance 2021-4, adding chapter titled Smoking and Vaping by title only. Yes, please.
I make a motion that ordinance 2021-4 be adopted as read on first reading, published according to law, posted in the Borough Hall, and the second reading being held in our next regular schedule.
And a second, please.
Second.
Any questions? Roll call, please.
Councilman Domenico.
Yes.
Councilwoman Hess.
Yes.
Jackson.
Yes.
Councilwoman Simmons.
Yes.
Ms. Chipoli.
Yes.
President Randolph Sharp.
All right, consent agenda. The items listed below are considered routine by the Borough of Lindenwold and will be enacted upon by one motion. There will be no formal discussions of these items. If discussion is desired, this item will be removed from the consent agenda and considered separately. Entertain a motion for Resolution 2021-85 and 86, please.
I make a resolution for, consent agenda.
Second.
85 through 86.
And Joe seconded.
Yes.
Any questions? Oh, there is no question. Roll call, please.
Councilman DiDomenico.
Yes.
Councilwoman Hess.
yes,
Councilman Jackson.
Yes.
Councilwoman Simmons.
yes,
Councilman Foley.
Yes.
President Randolph Sharp. Yes.
All right, engineers report. Anthony, you out there?
No, I'm out here.
Okay. You guys, do you want to bring us up to speed, please?
Yeah, no problem. No proposals, projects in design. We have the repaving of Lindentown. We had our kickoff meeting, and our survey is complete, so the design is now underway. For the sewer department, Tony Pizzo wanted us to prepare sewer chemical treatment specs for 2021. We are currently working on those. Grants, the only new grant here is the 2021 Community Development Block Grant, CDBG. That is due Friday at 2 p.m. I think that resolution's on for this meeting. And I have the project description form for you to sign, Mayor, so I'll grab those tomorrow and drop them off for CDBG. Last but not least are the projects in construction, the traffic signal over at Clementon, Gibbsboro Road, and Carlton Ave. Construction's been complete. We're just waiting on the final payment and maintenance bond. That's all I have.
Okay, just to give you a heads up, school's looking to open probably next month.
Yep.
I'm not definitely sure for sure, but they're asking if we can hold off until September to take the final, make sure everything's good, because September they're hoping to be back with everybody.
Okay.
That's okay. All right. With that, I open the meeting to council. Councilman DiDomenico.
Mr. Mayor, right now, my report is on my phone. I can barely say it. I will have it for everybody at the next meeting.
Okay, thank you. Councilwoman Hess.
I don't have anything right now, Mayor. Thank you.
Thank you. Council President Sharp.
Just want to welcome my new school superintendent, Christine O'Neill. She started March 3rd. We're looking forward to having a meeting with her once she gets acclimated to her new job and everything that's going on with the pandemic and the online schooling. But I'd just like to welcome her to our town and to our community.
Thank you. Councilman Jackson.
Yeah, I had a resident that reached out to me a few days ago, or maybe a week ago, in reference to the elections for the Parks and Recs, and they wanted to know how they could be involved in that. So I guess I just want to pass on to that. They have to be a member of the organization. Without being a member of the organization, they cannot be on that board. And I believe there's 3 individuals at large. So basically, only the people that are members of that board can actually run for different elections for that particular organization. Did I miss anything, Mayor?
No, that's pretty much the way I've read it. Yeah, you have to be part of an organization in town that's part of, and that's how they get to be part of the board. The board is chosen by the organization. The board member is chosen by the organization to be the representative to Park and Rec, and then Park and Rec. All of the people who are on Park and Rec get to choose the candidates for president, vice president, and secretary. Does that cover it?
All right. Sounds good. Thank you very much. That's all I have.
Councilman Stapoli.
Thank you, Mayor. This is a monthly report for February for the Lindenwold Public Works Department. We collected, let me get here, 627 tons of trash and collected 86 tons of recycling. We collected 112 tons, 112 bulk items, Scrap metal, we collected 21. No concrete stumps or property maintenance last month. The sewer report. Sewer calls, 93. Stoppages, 18. Main stoppages, 1. Emergency calls, 18. Mark out, 60. Pump station repairs, 12. And for Laurel Springs, service calls, 5. Stoppages, 5. And emergency calls, 3. That's all I have, Mayor.
Thank you. Councilwoman Sinan.
Thank you. Health report. Just a reminder, your cat and dogs, the license are due to the borough. If you have one, March 31st. The website has the application that you can print out. It's $15 if your pet is neutered, $20 if it's not neutered, and you need to show a rabies certificate valid through March 31st. COVID-19. The testing site in Lindenwold, located at Public Work Complex, is no longer having Saturday hours. Testing will be provided on Tuesdays between 10 and 2. As I've mentioned before, there are several places you can get your vaccination. You can go to My Cooper, My Chart, go to Camden County, and CVS and Rite Aid are also offering vaccines, but they are appointment only. It's not every location, so you would have to see who would have it. The CDC, so they're still seeing how COVID, if it's going to spread with everyone being vaccinated. They're still watching all of that. They are saying that we should keep precautions in public places by wearing a mask, staying 6 feet apart, avoiding crowds. I'm sure everyone has heard about fully vaccinated people and being together with no mask. First, a fully vaccinated person, it's 2 weeks after you received your second dose of Pfizer or Moderna. It's 4 weeks after you received your second dose of Johnson & Johnson. Now, on the CDC website, it does say Johnson & Johnson takes 14 days to be fully vaccinated, and then other medical professionals are saying it's longer. I spoke to the doctor over at Camden County College today and asked him to clarify. He said he's heard both also, and what it is, after 14 days, you have enough of the vaccine in your body that you should not be able to get COVID. But at 28 days, you would be considered fully vaccinated. At this point, the CDC is saying if you are fully vaccinated, that you can be in small gatherings indoor that with other fully vaccinated people without wearing a mask. Honestly, that kind of scares me because we've been doing so well, going in the right direction, not having our numbers rise. I know for me personally, I'm fully vaccinated, but I'm still going to wear a mask, wash my hands, social distance, and not really go around people because I just think if we sacrifice ourselves just for a little bit longer, we're going to have a better outcome because I'd hate to see our numbers going up since they haven't been spiking. And at this point, that's all I have right now, Mr. Mayor. Thank you.
Thank you. And I hope the rest of the council doesn't take this the wrong way, but I'd just like to say thank you very much to Sandy because she has been giving us a ton of information every single week on this, and it's helped I know it's helped me to enlighten the residents in the questions that I have, and her getting the information about being able to, call a special number to get moved up if you're a senior citizen has been unbelievable. It's been, had a lot of responses to it. So thank you very much, Sandy, for all your reports on this information because it's very, very helpful and it's very, very important. All right. With that, I just want to bring everybody up to speed on, first off, I want everybody to keep in your prayers of the Lieutenant Murphy's family. Lieutenant Murphy was a police officer in Lindenwold for quite a few years, and he passed away this week. He was put to rest the other day. It's on our sign out front, so if you would, please keep his family in your prayers. And thank you, Cheryl, for reminding me. We now have had a total of 1,771 people who have had the virus in Lindenwold as of today. There's still 21 deaths, and the total cases since the last meeting have been 65. It did go up a little bit, but it's way less than it has been. So I appreciate everybody for taking the time to pass the word to their friends and neighbors. Please wear your mask. Please stay 6 feet apart, and please wash your hands as much as you can. With that being said, I'm going to open the meeting to the public. Anyone from the public wishing to speak, please state your name and address for the record, and go ahead.
Diane Viteri, 637 Fifth Avenue. Saturday, I was driving down the White Horse Pike, and I saw a sign for Lake Worth Village. And then when I looked into it, it's saying a special thanks to Lindenwold. I just want to know, what role did we play in that?
Actually, we really didn't play much of a role, except for the fact that he's doing a redevelopment project there. He's converting. Dave, can you give me any more information on that?
From what I understand, he's just renovating those units. It didn't have anything to do with the town. We're in no agreement with him for any type of redevelopment or pilot or anything like that. He just must be thanking the town for moving in, I guess.
He's done that in Laurel Springs. He's done it in a couple of places that he's done these projects. But tell you what, it's really starting to look really good. So, anything else?
That's it.
Thank you. Anyone else in the public wishing to speak? Seeing none, close the meeting to the public and entertain a motion for adjournment. And a second, please.
Second.
I apologize, Mayor. I'm a little late, but can I get in there or no?
No. Not me.
I'll be as quick as possible.
Okay, thank you.
First, I just want to offer. Okay, sorry, I couldn't get my phone off mute. I'd first like to just offer a quick correction, something that was said the last meeting. I've never emailed Craig about the kitchen renovation at the library, but be that as it may, it sounds kind of exciting, and because the library is still closed, is there any way one of the staff members could post maybe some before and after pictures of the work that was done?
I don't know if there is any. I can't hear you. You got all this noise in the background. Can you? I don't know. If there was any. I don't know if there was any picking of the before and after. I'd have to check with Craig and see if there's any pictures. I don't remember anybody saying that you did say anything about Craig. But,
yeah, actually, Mayor, during the last meeting, Diane actually asked you a question. I wasn't on the call last time. I couldn't make it, but I heard the audio afterwards, and Diane had asked a question about the kitchen reno at the library, and in your response, you mentioned me by name and said that I emailed Craig about it. I haven't. I just wanted to clear that up for the record. But at any rate, as far as on tonight's agenda, Ordinances 2021-3 and 4, when should we expect to see the full text of that? I can't remember what you said as far as when we get them, as to when you're voting on them.
They'll probably be they'll be out for the next council meeting for a second vote, but they'll be out probably within the next week or so.
Okay, we will get a chance to read them prior to you guys voting on them. Number 4 is not even on the agenda for tonight.
It was something that the police asked us to add on, so we put it by title only. That's why it's by title only.
Okay, well, the other one is too, the stormwater one. All right, next, I'd like to quickly thank Public Works and you guys as well for the recent renovations and improvements made to some of our parks and playgrounds. The equipment looks great. But I'd like to ask a couple questions regarding the borough's public spaces. So it was stated during December's meeting that the borough would have likely been awarded the grant for the dog park at 4th and Scott, if an architect's rendering or sketch was included within the application. Has such a sketch now been ordered?
No, not that I know of anyway. I'd have to check with the parks. I'd have to check with the Environmental Commission. That was their project.
Okay, well, I didn't know maybe Ms. Hess or Mr. DiDomenico could provide some insight as they're on that commission. I
guess they might have hung up on the call. when we went to the adjournment.
Okay, fair enough. Having not seen anything in terms of written materials about that proposed dog park, do you know, will there be room left over in that area for any other activities?
I have no clue. I have not been down there since the property was declared that it was mostly wet, so there's hardly anything you can really do with it. So.
All right. Do you know if two more quick ones? Sorry. Do you know if any of the residents of Lindenwold were surveyed to see if, in fact, the dog park is the greatest need and that 4th and Scott is the best location?
Sir, I just told you I'm not part of the Environmental Commission, so I don't have those answers.
All right. Would you be able to follow up with me on that?
Don't you go to you are on the calls for the Environmental Commission. I've seen your number on there. So did you ask them?
Yeah, I've asked a number of times, as I've emailed you a number of times too, and I have trouble getting responses. I will thank. I'll take that moment to thank Councilwoman Sinnen. She's actually been quite responsive in terms of when I email her, but the balance of you have not. Two quick questions. The playground equipment selected for Lindenwold Memorial Park and Aston Martin. Who was involved in selecting that equipment?
As far as I know, it's Public Works.
Okay. To your knowledge, is the public
Just for your information, Trevor, you need to go back and look at your records. You haven't emailed me in months.
Okay, I'll forward you my emails. I'll forward you my emails again tomorrow morning. Not a problem there. Do you know, is the public ever involved in selecting the equipment for the public spaces in Lindenwold?
No, sir, they're not.
Okay. Thank you. That's all I have.
Okay.
I think maybe
all he has is all nonsense.
I want to know.
Putting up with that.
All right, never mind. All right, anyone else from the public?
Yeah, I did have something I want to say. This is Danielle Britton at 507 East South. First, I did just want to say thank you for my husband had recently, talked about the issues with our sidewalk area after South Jersey Gas and everything. And someone did come out and meet with us, and I guess is doing an investigation about that. So thanks so much for following up in that area. We appreciate it. And then two things that I was interested in is last year, I know that COVID squashed it out, but there was the proposal of doing the town-wide yard sale. And I was wondering if that's something that could be put on the docket for this year. I know we still have COVID going on, but I think most people are better equipped to handle things.
We can review that once the governor opens up the state to people meeting in person and stuff like that. We can review that. But as of right now, I mean, it all has to be put together, and I don't know if it's a safe idea to have strangers walking up to your house. But we will revisit it after the governor opens up a little bit more. I know he's bringing some more things to the light as of next week, such as the restaurants will be up to 50%. But until we get clarification from him, we can't. I'm not in favor of that right now.
Okay. Well, I know outdoor gatherings are permitted up to a certain number, so I thought that might be something we could do.
I will revisit it with the person who was in charge of it.
Okay. So, yeah, I just thought it was a wonderful idea, and I was really excited about it. And so that's all. Just even if I could offer help with it, I'd be happy to do that.
And it works well.
Yeah, I think it's something that of course, can be done safely if we put the right guidelines out. But and the other thing, something I had done on my own when I had new neighbors like moving in on my street was just to put together like a little welcome packet for them. That just included sort of information that was, things that you might need to know when you first move into a place, like when garbage pickup is, and like the general guidelines for those types of things. Also just like some information about, good places to go get something to eat. I, made like little certificates to get some pizza or something. And I just wondered,
Go ahead.
I'm sorry?
I
wondered if there was...
That's all in our newsletter.
But we don't really get newsletters anymore. That was the thing. I actually have put those in my packets that I gave.
You will be getting a newsletter shortly. It's going to be online now.
Okay.
You have to turn the button.
Part of the issue with getting the tax out, this is a couple of times, wanted to do a bulk measure here. There's a disconnect between the time that people purchase property, the deed going over to the county taxation board, and then it coming over to our offices. So it is something that we looked at before. We are trying to do that when new neighbors move in, they don't have to hunt and peck for information, that we'll be able to at least have a tab or can send out a letter to them with a welcome packet or something. So that has been on our, just trying to figure out a way to streamline it to get the information is the difficult part. So we do want to, because actually if we did it the way that the deed comes in, we would be sending them a welcome to the neighborhood about 3 to 4 months later after they moved in. We want to be able to do it sooner. Yeah.
Okay.
So that is, thank you for the suggestion. That is something that we talked about and we're trying to figure out a way of getting the information to them sooner.
Okay, thank you.
Could you potentially use a certificate of occupancy instead of the deed?
Well, we don't things on all of them, right? It's not. Yeah, they're on the property. I don't know. We're trying to work around it. That could be one of the ways that we could look at it. We have to talk to see when how we could tie the two together.
Or the rental inspection?
All right. Anyone else in the public wishing to speak? Seeing none, close the public and entertain a motion for adjournment again.
So moved, and there's nobody else.
And a second.
Second.
All right. Thank you, Joe.